Black the stylist, stylist, stylist.
Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be showing you guys how to do some straight back feeding braids. Well, pretty much showing you my method, how I do them. So right now I'm going to go ahead and blow dry my client's hair out. And yes, she has a lot of hair, you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and blow it out real quick. And then I'll be right back when I'm ready to start parting and showing you guys how I do my small braids in between. Okay, you guys, so I'm back. And as you can see, I am parting her hair straight down the middle. And this is how I like to do my section for my braids. I like to go ahead and pre-part, section off everything, and braid them down. Then I'll go back and do the feeding braids. I don't like to part and braid along. I like to go ahead and pre-do them so that everything is nice and even and the braids are like the same size. So especially when you're doing an even number of braids, and I think we're doing about 6 today, you will want to go ahead and part it down the middle so that you can have the same equal amount of braids on each side. So that's what I'm doing, as you can see. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a scrunchie rubber band or clips and go ahead and section off the rest of her hair. And I'm gonna work on this side first, and then I'll switch to the other side. So right now I'm parting off my first section for my braids, and you can kind of like eyeball on how wide you want your section for your braids. That's really up to you. So right now I'm just making sure my part is nice and even, and then I'll just braid it down and get it out the way, and then I'll start on my small braid. Okay, you guys, so as you can see, I placed a little bit of edge control or whatever product you're going to use to tame your client's hair. You go ahead and place it in the part, and that's how you clean up your part and make it nice and straight. At this point, I'm parting a small section to do my small braids. You don't need much hair doing these small braids, especially if you want them nice and tiny. Yeah, just a little bit of hair. Not too much. The parting does not have to be that wide. So I'm gonna go ahead and part that off and do my small braids, and then I will continue the same method I did in the beginning. Keep parting the sections, do the small braid, and then I'll be back when it's time for me to feed the hair in. section off all my sections and, you know, braided them down, got everything out the way. All my small braids are done. So at this point I have took edge control and placed it on both sides of the section, and I'm just section and I am smoothing it out right now. And if you're gonna do any baby hairs, anything cute, you can go ahead and take those pieces of hair out in the front if needed. But I don't like all those baby hairs, because I mean, in a few days they're just gonna be messy unless you got that good hair, that good fine hair where they naturally lay down because you naturally have baby hairs. Then you won't have no problem redoing them. So yeah, I'm smoothing it out, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna part a section as you see me doing now, and this is how I will start my braids off. We'll start my feeding braids off. Again, if your client has breakage on their edges or they're too short, then you would do this same method, but then you would start the braid off with just a little bit of braiding hair to start it off, so that it won't have such a big knot at the beginning and it'll look natural. So at this point I'm starting off with her natural hair, and I'll braid it down a good bit, as you can see. And what I like to do is part a section with my nails. I use my nails as a comb and then pull. So some people use rat tail combs to part the piece off and pull, but it's really up to you. This is just how I do mine. So at this point I'm grabbing a little piece of braiding hair, placing it, and I continue to braid with the one piece, and then I'll add the other piece in, if that makes sense. Learning how to do these, you're really just gonna have to keep practicing. I had to do it to get to this point, so my advice is to keep practicing and keep practicing. Do whatever you feel is comfortable. At the end of the day, someone else's technique might not be your technique. Well, it's technically not your technique, but it might not help you, so you really need to find your own technique. Some things that, you know, other people's techniques you can tweak and learn from, but pretty much just have your own technique. Do what works for you. So as you can see, I keep pulling, dividing, pulling, adding hair, and just continue to braid. This is really how I do my feeding braids. So I continue feeding the hair in. At this point, you see me take my thinning shears because I use expression hair. It gets really bulky at the end. So for you to have those nice thin tips on the end and not so bulky and thick, you would need your thinning shears to thin the hair out to get it nice and thin on the ends, unless your client is bringing pre-stretch hair. And I think at the time when I recorded this video, I don't think they had pre-stretch hair out then, so it wasn't popular. But now when I do feeding braids, my clients just bring pre-stretch. It's much easier, less of a headache. You don't have to pre-stretch it, it's already done. So I would recommend, you know, using pre-stretch hair for feeding braids or any kind of braids nowadays. That'll save you some time on stretching the hair yourself. So I'm just cutting the flyaways off, and then I'm just gonna burn my tip of the braids to seal it so that it don't unravel. And that's pretty much the first braid, and I'm gonna continue and do the rest of the braids. I'm probably gonna speed it up, fast forward, and you will see certain clips throughout as I'm continuing to do the rest of them. But I hope you guys enjoy. I hope this video was very helpful for some people. So I hope it was very helpful. If you guys like this video, you can comment down below. Let me know you guys' feedback. I really would appreciate it. And so I hope you guys enjoyed the rest of this video. Stay to the end so you can see the end result. They turned out beautiful and I love them. She loved them. I think it was her first time actually getting feeding braids. So yeah, just stay tuned, continue to watch and enjoy. So you guys, we have made it to the end, but we're not all the way done. Not quite. We're almost. So right now I'm cutting away any flyaways. I'm taking edge control and I'm putting it on her edges to smooth those edges back out, to swirl any of those baby hairs to get them right, honey. And so after I'm done smoothing out the baby hairs or whatever, I'm gonna take some foam wrap and I'm gonna place it all over the braids and smooth it through. And then I'll add any holding spray that I have, which I think I use Spritz or whatever, and I'll spray it on there, and then I'll set her under the dryer to let these braids set. The foam wrap kind of gives it a shine and put the braids in place, so that's why I like using it with my feeding braids. And after that, we'll just cut off any more flyaways and then, you know, dip her ends. Oh, and also, once she comes from under the dryer, as you will see, I like to run my flat iron. Turn my flat iron on, add oil sheen to kind of protect the braids and give it an extra shine. Also, run my flat iron through the braids to kind of seal them. Might not make sense to you right now, but if you try it, you might like it. But don't try it on pre-stretch hair. Only on regular expression hair, because the hair is so rough. The pre-stretch hair has more of a softer texture. It's not as rough as the regular expression. So I only do it on the regular expression, as you can see right now, which helps seals the braids, smooth it out, give it a little more shine. That's what I like to do. Again, you don't have to do this part. It's really up to you. It's optional. So after I do that, I just dip the ends, and that is it. The style is complete. I hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, subscribe, hit the bell so that you will always be notified whenever I post videos. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy.